We are pleased to welcome, both in person and virtually, the candidates, faculty, administration, and staff of Stevens Institute of Technology, along with the family and friends of our graduating students. Today, we honor and celebrate the class of 2021. We begin the program with a video representing the ceremonial procession of our candidates.
Not one of us is who we were 4 years ago. Although the diploma still says Steve, we barely fill out these grown-up clothes. How can something so close approach so slow? Think back to romanticizing today, those distant promises we look to in youth. Now, tomorrow morning, we will all wake to discover new choices. Which song should we play? Maybe you'll choose to sing to yourself. Maybe you'll let people listen for free. Maybe you'll improvise power and wealth. For every encore exists a farewell. You're as much the crowd as you are the performer. You're equally critic as you are trustee. You'll be the boss and still you'll take orders. But among all these things, when it's cold, you'll be warmer. You're you, and that's all you need to be. As you walk forward, strut passionately. Armed with our spirits and our degrees, Stevens, we thank you. And now we are free.
Please rise as we welcome to the stage the administration of Stevens Institute of Technology, including President Nariman Farvardin, Provost Christophe Pierre, member of the Board of Trustees and Stevens family descendant Samuel Reckford, all led by the Faculty Marshal, Dr. Hong Man.
Hello. Good evening. My name is Hong Man. As Faculty Marshal, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 149th Commencement Ceremony of Stevens Institute of Technology. Today, we are celebrating graduates from the School of Engineering and Science, from the Biomedical Engineering, Chemical Engineering, and Mechanical Engineering program. Each degree candidate has worked diligently to attain the goal that will be realized in today's ceremony. We begin with the singing of the national anthem, pre-recorded by members of the President Ensemble. We ask everyone, wherever you may be, to please rise as you are able.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Will the candidates and audience please be seated? Please welcome to the podium the 7th President of Stevens Institute of Technology, Nariman Farvadi.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, family members of graduates, and friends, I am just so delighted that we have the opportunity to have this in-person commencement ceremony. For your information, this is the fourth commencement ceremony I'm attending today, and the 5th one since yesterday afternoon. And somehow I feel as I attend more and more of these events, I get more energy and excitement. Thank you. But now I want to test the level of energy within the audience by offering you a most enthusiastic good evening. This is good. This is good. All right. Class of 2021. Today you become graduates of Stevens Institute of Technology. I offer you my warm, sincere, and most enthusiastic congratulations. You have earned the right to celebrate this momentous and hard-won achievement. Your families are proud of you, your faculty are proud of you, and I am personally proud of you. Congratulations to all of you. This past year has undoubtedly been a time of tremendous disruption and generation-defining change. You've proven yourself to be adaptable, tenacious, and resilient in the face of many unexpected challenges and adversities. And you have persevered. Your time at Stevens has shaped the person you are today, but equipped to shape your future. You have the education, the experience, the wisdom, and the determination to overcome whatever obstacles may get in your way. When you face those obstacles in the future, think back to those challenges you faced during the past few years, and in particular, over the past 12 to 15 months. Those difficult problems, those demanding professors, those classes that challenged you. And now, look at where you are today. Think of the toolkit that helped you through these difficult situations. Perseverance, hard work, support from family, friends, and faculty, whatever it took to make it for you to this event today. You will rely on those same tools over and over again throughout your life. Like the 50,000 distinguished Stevens graduates before you, you are well prepared to recognize and take advantage of all the world will offer you in your professional and personal lives to identify and solve the thorny problems we face as a society, and we've got plenty of those, and to be the next generation of pioneers, technology innovators, and global citizens that our world needs so badly. Whatever your future holds, I am sure of one thing: you will step up to any challenge and create a better future for all of us. Thank you for all you've done to make Stevens a better place during your time with us. I personally look forward to seeing you on campus as a proud member of the class of 2021 very soon, and hopefully for many years thereafter. And lastly, and most importantly, congratulations from the bottom of my heart on your tremendous achievement. Always remember that you are a lifelong member of the Stevens family. Thank you very much.
Please welcome to the stage the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Christophe Pierre.
Good evening, everyone. Members of the Board of Trustees, President Farvardin, faculty, staff, students, families, friends, and guests, and very particularly, students from the School of Engineering and Science. It is really an honor and a pleasure to share this happy occasion with you. After more than 1 year of upheaval, it is wonderful to be here and to celebrate with you in person. We're very proud of you, and we know that you've worked very hard to reach this milestone. So as Chief Academic Officer of Stevens, I applaud the drive and commitment that brought you to this moment, not to mention the determination that it took to complete your degree and plan for the next phase of your life during the unprecedented disruption caused by the pandemic. I'm confident that you will succeed and that you will continue the traditions of leadership and achievement that have distinguished Stevens alumni across the generations. I ask you to reflect on some of the people who guided you and inspired you during your time at Stevens. And here I'm referring to, in particular, our faculty or talented faculty. Our professors are driving Stevens forward, building its reputation as a university dedicated to the development of knowledge and the application of technology toward addressing complex challenges and as well contributing to human progress. This reputation is part of the legacy that you will carry with you as you step forward to make your mark on the world. So I'm asking that you stay connected to your professors and mentors and that you build on that legacy. With this in mind, I believe it is fitting to take a few moments to recognize our faculty award winners for the past academic year. And first, we're pleased to present Suran Manuchiri, the chair of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, with an honorary Master of Engineering degree from Stevens. The other faculty members whom we are honoring with awards are as follows. Brendan Englert from the Department of Mechanical Engineering for the Award for Research Excellence. Antonia Zafiriou from the Department of Biomedical Engineering for the Early Career Award for Research Excellence. Honjung Wang from the Department of Biomedical Engineering as well for the Jess Davis Memorial Award for Research Excellence. Leslie Brunel from the Department of Civil, Environmental, and Ocean Engineering for the Henry Morton Distinguished Teaching Professor Award. Patricia Muizener from the Department of Chemistry and Chemical Biology for the Alexander Crombie Humphreys Distinguished Teaching Associate Professor Award. Lindsay Cormack from the College of Arts and Letters for the Award for Excellence in Online Teaching, and Dibiendu Dibs Sarkar from the Department of Civil, Environmental, and Ocean Engineering for the Award for Distinguished University Service. I'm very proud that these outstanding teachers and scholars and all of their colleagues did provide you with a first-rate education. In just a little while from now, you're going to be officially recognized as part of a very select group, Stevens alumni. Like generations of graduates before you, you have proven yourselves to be resilient, talented, and dedicated. So I wish you much success in all of your future endeavors. And members of the class of 2021, congratulations, and my best wishes to you all. Thank you.
Very good, Provost Pierre. Thank you very much. And it is now my pleasure to announce the name of the student from the class of 2021 who is selected to be a member of the Board of Trustees. The trustees chose this student from those outstanding students nominated by the senior class. And at this point, I'd like to congratulate, are you all ready? Yes? I'd like to congratulate Haley Tanner. Is Haley here? Haley, where are you? Is that you over there? So let me repeat. I'd like to congratulate Haley Tanner as the newest member of the Board of Trustees, and I ask you to please join me in congratulating our newest trustee with a huge round of applause. Congratulations, Haley. I must say, I wouldn't have been able to recognize Haley from this distance, but on top of that, she's wearing a mask, which makes it a little more complicated. And at this time, I'm pleased to introduce our commencement speaker for today's ceremony, Dr. Giovanni Cafforio, Board Chair and Chief Executive Officer of Bristol Myers Squibb. Born and educated in Italy, Dr. Cofourio received his medical doctorate from the University of Rome. Today, Dr. Cofourio leads a diverse global workforce dedicated to the company's mission of discovering, developing, and delivering innovative medicines that treat patients with serious diseases, including cancer, autoimmune diseases, and cardiovascular disease, among others. Under his leadership, Bristol Myers Squibb is advancing one of the most diverse and promising pipelines in the industry. Dr. Cofourio has developed a strong, patient-focused culture with teams who are passionate about the work they do to help address some of the most challenging diseases of our time. He's led the company's drive to promote an inclusive culture where employees are encouraged to challenge the status quo and bring forward solutions. Dr. Cofourio is an active champion for a policy environment that values healthcare innovation and supports patient access to medicines. In 2015, he joined the Board of Directors for the Pharmaceutical Research and Manufacturers of America and actually served as the chairman of the board in 2019. Earlier this morning, Dr. Cofourio was awarded the Doctor of Philosophy honoris causa for his commitment to transforming patients' lives through science and advocacy. At this point, I ask you to please turn your attention to the screen for Dr. Coffourio's commencement address.
Thank you, President Farvardin. I'm honored to be here today with you on this very special occasion. Let me start by saying congratulations to the class of 2021. You have worked very hard to reach this day, navigated what is possibly the most challenging year of your life, and accomplished so much in your academic career. I hope you take a moment today to acknowledge and enjoy your success. I also want to take a minute to recognize and thank the people who have supported you in your academic journey. Your parents, friends, and loved ones, and the faculty and the administrators at Stevens. Please also take a moment today to thank them. While graduation marks an important milestone in your life, it is also just the beginning. You are entering a new world. It is an uncertain world, and we don't know yet how it will be transformed by the global pandemic. But it is one you can shape and transform through your choices, your work, and your contributions. I know that what will sustain you in your next steps and through your life and your career is the strong foundation that you have built here at Stevens. And my advice to you is to never stop building on that foundation. You are the leaders of tomorrow, and I encourage you to continue to broaden your skills and strengthen your foundation. Seek out as many experiences as possible that will continue your growth as a scholar, as a professional, and as a person. In my career, I have always sought out new opportunities that would allow me to expand my skills and challenge me in new ways. I never stopped learning and never stopped growing. When I considered a new opportunity, I always started by, what is it that I have never done before? I have never taken the job of my boss until my current role as CEO of Bristol Myers Squibb. I trained as a physician in Italy and joined the industry to help even more patients. I moved to different countries when I had a chance, and that gave me a great appreciation for the differences in culture and the importance of diversity of thought. I learned how different people would look at the same problem from a different angle, and how that often leads to better decisions. Not all of us have the opportunity to live and work internationally, but all of us can choose to work in different industries and have very different jobs. After working for several years in the research and development organization, I decided to move into a commercial role to build the experiences I needed for my long-term growth and success. This decision came with a hard choice because the new position was 5 grades lower than my current role at that time. This was a significant step back in my career progression at that time. And I decided to do it in order to gain broader experiences. I was willing to take a risk. I had the support of my family, and it was the right choice. By seeking out diverse experiences, I continued to add different pillars to my professional life. I was able to bring diverse and unique perspectives to each new role, and I continue to grow my knowledge and constantly broaden my foundation. I want to be honest and tell you that it is not always easy. It is not easy to move out of our comfort zone and challenge ourselves in different ways. But remember this: growth and comfort are incompatible. I am confronted to an increasingly complex world in my profession. I see change happening faster and new challenges presenting all the time. And to be successful in a complex world, you must continue to grow. So I urge you to make strategic choices to build your career, a career that you are passionate about and that you love. One last piece of advice that I hope you will remember. Work will fill a large part of your life, and you should follow your passion. Do a job that you love. I always say that when you find your job, your passion, you will know you are in your sweet spot. And I can tell you, it is a great feeling. But work is not the only thing to a fulfilling life. You must also invest in building the other parts of your life, including nurturing your relationships with family and friends. They are the bedrock of our foundations and an important part of your future. Decide which values are important to you and never deviate from them. Grow personally to grow professionally. Become a better person to be a better leader. You have a lot to be proud of today and a lot to look forward to. Congratulations, and I wish you all the best.
This year, a record number of undergraduate candidates in the class of 2021 have earned the distinction of first in class. 9 in total, each candidate attained the highest grade point average among this year's graduates. Their collective experiences range from Greek organizations, student clubs, and honor societies, to research, internships, and study abroad. Each candidate has prepared a speech offering their thoughts to their classmates. These videos can be experienced in their entirety on the official Stevens YouTube channel. Today, we present a video compiling the highlights of those speeches, wishing congratulations and best wishes to the class of 2021.
When I was told that I'd be first in class and that I'd have to write a speech for today, I had a lot of questions regarding the purpose of a graduation ceremony. And while I think there are a lot of different motives, the one most pertinent to me is that today serves as a time of reflection.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't know what to expect when I decided to attend Stevens, nor did I even know what a degree in business and technology would entail.
I can still remember sitting in the admissions office at the start of my first campus tour and realizing almost immediately that Stevens was the school for me.
I decided to draw some inspiration for my speech today by sitting in my window and admiring the New York City skyline. It was here that I remembered, when I was a freshman entering Stevens, I had one goal in my mind. I want to work in that city someday.
Stevens has afforded all of us a great number of experiences that have made us who we are today.
There will be times that require hard work and perseverance, and there will be times of celebration and great joy. It was in experiencing both of these moments that I found a personal truth. Life is beautiful because it is varied, my friends. Where there is joy, embrace it. Where there is need of joy, provide it.
My lessons have come from living in a house with 28 of my friends as a member of Sigma Nu. This may seem superfluous to a college education, but they have taught me how to work with my peers toward a common goal, how to handle myself in difficult situations, and how to best support those around me.
Over these past few years, we have acquired different strengths that were necessary to create our goals and make progress towards achieving them.
I've learned both how to put myself out there and how to fall asleep with very loud music playing below me.
The highlights that will forever stand out in my mind are the people I met along the way and the time I spent with them, both in and out of the classroom.
It goes without saying that I'm also very grateful for the bigger experiences, including getting ultra prepared for a career in the business industry, studying abroad in Rome, and of course, the lifelong friendships that probably started over a shared sense of stress.
The most important moments in your life are not the ones when you're on stage or being publicly applauded. The most important moments are small and hidden and might not be seen by anyone else.
At the end of the day, it is the relationships and memories you made that you will hold closest to your heart, not the grade you received on a test you took on a random Thursday.
Remember and thank everyone who has gotten you this far. Family, friends, professors, and anyone else who has been there for you. And let their efforts inspire you to keep moving.
I want to thank my family, my friends, and my professors. Every person I've crossed paths with has shaped my journey, and today each of our individual journeys intersects as we graduate Stevens.
Because you were there, because you cared. Someone else is happy and important and special.
I must also give credit to the professors for the education they worked hard to deliver every day in the classroom. Not even a global pandemic could seem to prevent them from continuing to work to improve their lectures and course material to give us the best they could provide.
Whether we've known each other for 10 years or just a few months, we're all here now, all in the same place, and all ready to enter the real world.
Going forward, I hope we all remember that we have each other. Although we go separate ways today, we will always have this community. We will always have this flock.
So, think about your current goal and think about how to aim even higher.
Promise me that you will never stop fighting for your dreams. That no matter what life throws your way, be it joy or strife, hell or high water, or yes, even a global pandemic, you will continue to press forward and strive to make your dreams a reality.
Use what you have learned to build the world you want to live in. And once you finally think you've made it, don't stop. It might feel like the best time of your life when you get there, but I sincerely hope it isn't. Because if it is the best time of your life, what do you have to look forward to? I want you all to keep building new experiences for yourself and for others, because from what I have seen, that is a future I want to live in.
Thank you, and congratulations to everyone graduating today.
It is now time to award the candidates for baccalaureate and master's degrees. The degrees will be conferred by Board of Trustee member and Stevens family descendant Samuel Reckford and presented by Provost Christophe Pierre.
And now for the exciting part. I'm going to ask all the degree candidates to please rise. Please rise. All of you. Thank you very much. Great. So, on behalf of the faculty of Stevens Institute of Technology, I present to you these candidates who have satisfactorily completed all the requirements for the academic degrees, which I now ask you to confer upon them. Members of this group are recommended as candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, and some of the candidates with dual degrees may also be candidates for the Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Master of Engineering, or Master of Science degree. Many are granted with honor, high honor, or highest honor, as indicated in the program. I therefore ask you to confer upon each of them the appropriate degree with such distinction as merited.
By virtue of the authority vested in the trustees of Stevens Institute of Technology, and on their behalf, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, as well as those dual degrees which you have earned and which with such distinction as you have merited, and admit you to all of the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Graduates may be seated. Please note, graduates, that the marshals will direct you to the stage at the appropriate time. When approaching the stage, please bring your diploma cover with you. For everyone's safety, guests and students may not approach the stage to take pictures. Graduates, please refrain from taking photos of any kind from the stage and return to your seats after receiving your diploma to honor your classmates. Thank you for your cooperation. Now, please welcome to the podium the Dean of the Charles V. Schaefer Jr. School of Engineering and Science.
Good evening. I'm Jin Zhu, Dean of the Charles V. Schaefer Jr. School of Engineering and Science. I'm pleased to welcome to the stage the candidates from the School of Engineering and Science who have completed all requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Engineering.
Melissa Tyrone. Adam Moninghoff. Bora Bibe. Amar Bindra. Christopher Kondratowicz. Zhang Bao. Stephen Rigamonti. Domenico Squalaro. Anthony Tizzetto. Cristo Napolitano. Ian Mauser. Ryan Palmer. Carmine Frida. Nicholas Gray. Guy Forcone. Michael Saul. Jake McMorris. Joey Ishikawa. Thomas Bender. Arman Chaudhry. Aiden Gates. Victoria Bruce. Caitlin Wong. Jonathan Koo. Ryan Ang. Kaylee Marie Tanner. Katrina Anastasia McCarthy. Parker Petroff Rims. Andrew Shaheen. Alexis Colasurdo. Christine Apostolico. Jessica Hema Persad. Christina Trinidad. Naomi Trampy. Hannah Pursley. Sohail Khan. Grant Connigan. Taylor Schad. Matthew Hammonds. Ange Contreras. Dorant Ju. Faiza Chaudhary. Walter Majira. Eric Pino. Ben Segal. Andrew Kinney. Ralph Caranta III. Dominic Del Antonia. Caitlin Cassiano. Julia Penko. Sam Eberzazi. Emmanuel Coronado. Andrew Yenna. William Robert Schultz. David Honorevoli. Sagman Rahman. Kevin Yan. Anthony Grande. Akil Edwards. Melissa Provenzano. Amin Minhas. Daniel Sifkin. Zaman Ahmal. Thomas Buzzy. Gregory Mazza. Amir Chowdhury. David Bark. John Mullen. Thomas Nafash. Daniel Lamastra. Jerome Arthur Massacott. Zachary Haran. Mokum Sethi. Alex Smith. Bruce Parola. Derek Petty. Sean Harris. Roman Sawicki. William James Suet. Owen Conway. Simon Peppa. Ben Thompson. Michael DeVita. Andrew Chesterman. Yuki Bava. Kevin Gamellan. Ryan Alexi. Christopher Chicon. Hunter Daly. Sarah Bertucci. Nicholas Tome. Ryan Ludeman. Stefan Oleguera. Luke Storka. Avery Beatty. Ryan Smith. Stephen Forte. Vivian Chen. Emily O'Neill. Brianna Chang. Gary Fernicola. Jacob Miska. Patrick Lyons. West Lewis. Abigail Rose Cercelli. Xavier Robles Jerome. Amanda Thompson. Dylan Peters. Jeremy Savlov. Kelton Bernhardt. Concetta Spector. George Lambert. Domenico Albarella. Amanda Delorme. Gina De Oliveira. William Kilberg. Robert McTurnid. Sean Coulter. Sean Kunz. Joseph Rinaldi. Raouf Ladem. Kristen McAtee. Tyler Else. Marcus Unanue. Daniel Wenzel. Margaret Carroll. Kayla Buell. Emily Shanklin. Haley Hanrahan. Michael Bentz. Mary Megan Peniel. Jamie Nicole Feebell. James Sloat. Joan Schwiebert. Joseph Kirschner. Sophia Nurek. Sean Sia. Christopher Jensen. Matthew Beal. Cyrus Merchant. Claudia Skulchak. Kimberly Steed. Daniel Kang. Joseph Young. Nicole Cresamalis. Sarah Haley. Greer Conville. Isabel Rivera. Serge Mashadov. Jonathan Franzel. Alvin La. Melissa Maruri. Jenny Collins. Christian Bonavita. Lauren Ciano. Danielle Gannon. Olivia Poplowski. Elizabeth Hildebrand. Eric Zickert. Jonathan Covert. Grace Moderman. Alexander Phipps. Jake Fiore. Kyle Warnock. Brian China. Travis Brown. Jacob Curtis. Gabriella Sade. Cristiano Hawken. Nicholas Henrich. Tori Kwan. Jacob Sankowitz. Lauren Zelenak. Mark Morelli. Sophia Makepeace. Michael Steck. Eric Rant. Kelly DiResto. Brendan Shine. Jamie Puglisi. Trevor Harris. Magdalena Meghat Botros. Jonathan Richard Brown. Moaz Chaudhary. Kira Sheedy Bednarski. Ryan Andrew Kaplis. Tyler J. Else. Yijun Liu. Mary M. McNeil. Cyrus Polster. Derek T. Scott. Nicholas Thome. Antonia Sharon Thompson. Please welcome to the podium President of the Stevens Alumni Association, Ms. Victoria Velasco.
Good evening, everyone. As a fellow Stevens alum and on behalf of an alumni community of 50,000, I want to extend another congratulations to you and all your loved ones who are here celebrating with you today. I can't believe it's been 4 years since I presented your class banner at your freshman convocation, and now it's my honor and pleasure to lead you in another wonderful tradition, the turning of the tassel. The tassel on the right-hand side symbolizes your time as a student. Don't do it yet. And when we move it to the left, it's going to confirm your newfound status as graduate. So now, graduates, please rise. Take out your cameras, get ready. On the count of 3, please move your tassel from the right-hand side to the left-hand side of the mortarboard. Ready? Are you awake? Yes? Okay. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn your tassels. Graduates, wherever your path takes you next, you remain connected to the Stevens legacy. We wish you the very best in all your endeavors and your adventures. And as the newest lifelong members of our Alumni Association, we look forward to staying connected and engaged for many years to come. Congratulations, class of 2021.
To close today's ceremony, please welcome the Faculty Marshal, Hong Man.
We will conclude our ceremony today with the singing of the Alma Mater, previously recorded by the President Ensemble. We ask the audience to please refrain from leaving and stay in their seats until the platform party has left the stage and the venue. The graduates will then leave the venue by going out the doors to the right of the stage, and the audience will leave through the main lobby. Thank you all for attending the 149th Stevens Institute of Technology Commencement Ceremony. And congratulations to all who have become Stevens alumni today. Congratulations.